Hi and welcome to my multidimensional living room. I'll be talking about energies today. I won't be painting them because I already did. This is my 5th attempt of making this video because I don't give up. So yeah, I have started doing this painting and I filmed it, but the energy of this the energies of this painting were very contradicting to each other. And there was basically one painting that I wanted to bring into here and talk about it, and then there was another energy that was completely denying the existence of that painting. So how that manifested itself is that I painted and then I was losing my words and losing completely motivation of tuning into that energy in the first place. So I either got lost, but then I remembered, no, I really do want to do it. But then I would start again, but then I would, for some reason, be distracted, not centered, didn't have my ducks in a row, and I would not deliver the information in a way that I intended to. It happened several times. There's basically the energy that I intended to paint, and then that energy that denied it. And then that same energy that denied it, in one of the attempts, told me basically that there is no point of explaining this energy because either everybody knows already about it, so there is no need to bring more information of such kind in the world. Which, you know, for a second I believed. I didn't like believing it, but I believed. For one attempt in one of the videos, I really thought so. I really said, there is something so obvious about this energy here that I'm painting that I feel like I don't need to explain because everybody knows it. And then when I finished the painting, I went to internet and I saw 2 people close to me posting on their social media from the standpoint of not knowing the mechanics of the energy that I just painted. And it made me almost want to reach out to them and be like, hey, I see how this functions, so I can let you know, but instead of letting them know, I realized that it's about me delivering this painting. So if anything I have to teach you through this painting is that if you have to say something, if you have something to say, don't let something else, including you, even if it's your own energy being reflected back to you, of, I don't know, doubt or not being fully grounded into what it is that you want to say, not believing in the value of what you want to say, whatever it might be, whichever door of your sense of self might be a little bit open to invite leakage of the energy or influence of another that might go against you, don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. I hope you have your own cup of tea over there. So basically, this energy that denied the existence of the energy that I will explain once again, is the type of an energy that you encounter when you encounter somebody from another culture, for example, and you genuinely have an open heart. You have an open curiosity, you want to include them into your experience, you want to learn about them, you want to get to know them, you want to let them be, you want equality, you want peace. You see them as fellow human beings, but they don't see you that way. They see your skin color, your nationality, your sex, your sexuality, your age, your education, your wealth status, whatever. And they don't want to be included by you. In fact, they want to erase you. That's the energy that was present during making this painting. And I'm sorry if that's something that you have encountered, because I'm also glimpsing into the possibility that this might not be just my own personal experience of creating this painting in my living room, but it might be very, very possibly a shared experience that we have while living on the planet Earth at this time. But yeah, that was that energy. And it pointed me towards the gap, like I would call that cross-dimensional encounter. It's like when you encounter somebody who lives in a completely other paradigm, they have a completely different value system, different standards, different way of thinking, different way of doing things. And then, like, where do you stand with what do you offer, with what do you stand for, like what do you have to say, what do you value, what are your standards? I've been in this gap where I saw this energy and it was very obvious to me how it works and why is it there. And I felt like I don't need to explain it, but then there were people who really needed to hear it, which is the reason why I'm doing this for the 5th time already. Because I really do believe that there are people who never saw the mechanic, perhaps in exactly the same way that I can deliver while talking about this painting. So let's get into it. This is a starting point. By the way, I took a picture of the painting and I'm going to put it at the end of the video so you can look for yourself. This is the starting point. This is you and or me, us, the universal I, initiating a change of some sort. So I'm going to keep it simple and saying something like applying for a job. But it might be any kind of change. Basically just sending a signal to the universe that you are wanting, willing, ready for a change of some sort. And so that change is this cycle over here. In the meantime, while you're waiting for a reply for that job application that you just sent, you find yourself here in the middle, somewhere in the public space, could be literally anywhere, in the most normal, ordinary setting of your life, like a train station. So you might find yourself on a train station. So this little circle here is you waiting for a train. And you have multiple people around you, but 2 of them are very significant in this moment in time, even if it doesn't seem like it. Everybody are just ordinary strangers and it's just an ordinary day at the train station. So there's a person on your left that feels kind of attracted to you or interested in you. And they are kind of giving you hints to let you know that you're not fully invisible in their world. And on the right side, there is somebody that you find interesting. And you also might be wondering if they are perhaps seeing you as interesting as you see them. So in other words, there is like the energy of attraction, the cycle of attraction is fully present. You are receiving attraction and giving attraction at the same time, same place. It might not be exactly the same time, but time doesn't even matter. It might be like first this person and then 5 minutes later another person. But basically, there's like the whole cycle of attraction is suddenly being activated in your field and you can see it. You notice it. Now this is really interesting because it really depends on you and your character and your preferences and whether you had coffee in the morning or not and what kind of mood you're in. It really depends on so many factors for literally all of us, that there are so many millions of possibilities of how this scenario could play out for all of us. But I'm going to take 2 of them just to make the point. So one scenario is you wait on the train station and there is this one person that is attracted to you and they give you all possible hints that they can think of. They give you a smile, a look, they try to walk in front of you, they try to walk behind you, they try to get into your energy field just to see what happens and just to see, like, are you as interested in them as much as they are in you? And in this one scenario, you're totally not interested. You notice their attempts, but you also block it. You pretend that you don't see it. You see it, but you ignore it. Your heart is closed, you mentally evaluate the person, you see that they're totally not your type, you totally don't like the lifestyle that they're vibing, you don't like how you feel as a person in their energy field, you don't like to be a recipient of attraction for whatever reason. And you may have a lot of assumptions and already projections of how this is going to end and where is this leading and what do they want and what type of conversations you'll be having, and you will decide up front that you're just not interested and you will block it, no matter how hard they try. And then at the same time, on the other side, you will see somebody that you find interesting, and you will find yourself on the other end of this dynamic. So you now look at somebody and you wonder if they find you as interesting. And you may want to enter their energy field and see how they smell, and see what happens if you pass next to them. And then notice that you're basically in this chaser position where you don't like to be here either. You didn't like to be here as a receiver, but now you don't like to be a giver either. So you decide, no, I'm not comfortable here and I want to shut it out. And so you build a wall again, and you decide that you're not interested in being interested. And then you close yourself to any possibility. And then the train comes, and these people enter the train and they leave, and you remain waiting for a train because you're waiting for another train. And while you're waiting for another train and you're alone there, you come to a conclusion that, yeah, you're alone. You've always been alone, and you always will be alone. You were forever alone. Nothing will ever change. There is no hope for you. And you can spiral down that lane for as long as you can and you want, and you might find even a sense of pride and a sense of truth that, you know, like, it cannot be any different because this is your experience and you've never experienced anything else. So yeah, and you go down that lane of nothing works out and I'm just gonna be forever alone. And then you come home and you check your emails, and then that change that you initiated over there, they responded to your job application and they said something like, "Dear you, we saw your job application and we don't like it." It's not that they don't say we don't like it, but they say something like, "We're not interested. Thank you for reaching out. We wish you all the best. Ciao." So that's one life scenario. Another life scenario is you're standing here on this train station, and then there's this person that is interested in you, and you realize that, you know, they're not really your type, but they smile at you, so you smile back at them, and that makes you feel good. And that's it. Nothing more is needed or wanted from any side. You just realize that, yeah, you just smile at them. And then as that made you feel good, you look on the other side and you find somebody else that you find a little bit more attractive to you. And then you smile at them still from this energy, from this field, like you're carrying that smile and you're pointing it towards them, and they of course see it immediately and they smile back at you. And now you smiled with two people at the same time. And that makes you feel good. And even though you might be realizing like, yeah, none of these people is actually like, you're not sure if you would actually want to go on a date with them, but just smiling together feels good and opens up a possibility that maybe, just maybe, a date with these people would be interesting. And then a train comes and these two people come into the train and they go away and you stand because you're waiting for the next train. And then you're evaluating the situation for yourself. And you say to yourself, wow, I just learned it with two people. Which might be more than over the last 1 week or something. Yeah, you might even again say things like, yeah, I didn't think that I would be attracted to that person, and I didn't think that I would be attracted to that person, but smiling with both of them felt good, so that's something. And then you come home, and then you open your emails, and that change that you initiated over there, they respond back to you and they say, "Dear you, we saw your job application. We're not yet convinced that you are the right person for the role, but we would like to invite you for an interview and take it from there." So that feels good. The next scenario and the next scenario and the next one you can probably imagine on your own. If I would be going into this, I feel like I'd be making another script for Mr. Nobody film, and I don't mean to be doing this. If you didn't watch Mr. Nobody, I highly recommend, and if you watched, then this is kind of the vibe. So, now we're at the point where you're checking the email, because this is the place where I've received a vision of people who are actually in charge of checking whether you're the right fit for the role that you applied for, or for the change that you initiated. They're basically checking whether you fit their needs, and they're also, while doing so intentionally or unintentionally, they don't even have to be any kind of a magician. They can just be normal humans doing their job. They're basically entering your energy field and trying to project the current version of you into the future version of you that already has that job, and seeing if you're actually capable, able, flexible, open, and ready to extend yourself from this space of waiting for the train into the space of having a job over here. And as they're doing this, and as they're trying to maybe envision you or go through their checkboxes and so on, your energy is being stirred. Your energy is being basically introduced to the opportunity, and it's being worked on in real time as you are standing here on a train station. So as you're waiting on a train station, somebody is checking whether you're the right fit for the expansion of yourself, whether you're open to it, how would you behave if they would really give you this opportunity. Would you come and do the job properly, or would you ruin everything? So as they're checking this, these people that showed up in your vicinity, that appeared to be, first and foremost, appeared to be just normal people, just ordinary strangers waiting for a train with you. They are kind of now being used as instruments of the spirit of that change that is trying to happen for you. And through those instruments, through these people, the signal is being then broadcasted to the place where it's needed. These people are basically kind of like agents of change, where they come into your direct experience, into your energy field directly, and they move like puppets, kind of like instruments. They're coming into your energy field, or they're standing outside of it just to determine what is your relationship with change in this particular moment. Do you shut down when they come close to you? Do you smile back at them? Are you willing to initiate a conversation? Are you going to do something that sparks up joy in everybody? Are you going to come up with some creative solution for something? Are you going to do something completely unexpected? Or are you going to just ignore everything and shut it all down? What seems to be obvious in this case is that, yeah, they're basically just reflecting to you what's going on somewhere else where your energy is being considered. But it might not be obvious to anybody. So while you're just waiting for a train and you think that you're just having a normal human experience of waiting for a train, you don't see it that this person that is flirting with you might actually not be fully interested in you. It's just that for reasons unknown to her and unknown to you, she feels attracted to you, and both you and her might interpret that through your own personal beliefs. So you might be thinking something like, oh, she probably wants a relationship. Well, that might completely not be the reality of the situation. It might be just how you interpret energy through your own belief systems. And these people as well, they don't know that they're being used, so to say, as instruments of change that is trying to happen for you. They're just waiting for a train over there. And equally so, these people who are not initiating because you initiated, these people that are evaluating whether you are the right fit for the position or not, might also, as I said, they don't have to be magicians, they don't have to be X-ray vision people. They might as well just be angry, frustrated HR people that can't start their day without a coffee, and they just can't wait for the day when they're gonna quit the job. In other words, they're just doing their human business. But this is how the energy in this constellation works. That's what was shown to me. And it kind of works in relation to any other change that you initiate for yourself, whatever that is. It's like if you say to the universe, like, hey, I'm open to a change, the universe will test you, are you really? And that test might not come directly through that one particular venue that you have in mind, like getting a job or playing a lottery or something. It will test you in all other possible ways. And how you interact with any other particle of the universe is going to influence how you interact with your future. I think I explained it well. Let me know if that actually resonates with you. Let me know if that's if that's useful to you at this moment in time. It does seem like, yeah, obviously we all live on the planet and we're all kind of instruments of energies that we live under. But it might also be something new to consider, especially in this day-to-day normal things that we do, going to groceries, waiting for a train, you know, greeting or not greeting our neighbors. Did I say everything I wanted to say? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And that's important, to say what you want to say and don't let yourself being stopped by whatever devil energy comes in whatever form at you. And also another lesson that I derived out of this experience is be protective of your energy. When you're out in a public space, when you're walking through the crowds of people, how I picked up this energy is just that I was basically looking for something, like something new, something different. And there was a random stranger that passed next to me and left that energy that was fully there for me to pick it up and then carry it around and then see it reflected back to me in not the nicest ways possible. Some of them quite concerning, but also very reflecting of just the state of the world that we're living, kind of. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for being here. I still feel uneasy with this painting. I never had an experience like this, that I am having to redo something over and over again, at least when it comes to this channel. If you want your own personal painting, the link for it is down there in the description. Other available paintings are also there. Once again, thank you for being here. Ciao.